Earlier this year we held a game jam here at Ninja Theory, where teams of between 2 and 8 people had 1 month each to create a game in the Unreal Engine 4. At the end of the month, everyone in the studio played the games and gave their feedback. Although many of the games were impressive, there was one standout title, and that was DEXED, a VR on-rail shooter which we're releasing today for the HTC Vive on Steam. In DEXED, you're floating through a dream, travelling through different landscapes, and your job is to target and shoot enemies with both controllers, fire enemies with ice and ice enemies with fire.
We wanted to create a game inspired by the old Panzer Dragoon series. Being a fan of the series, I thought that the immersiveness of the VR combined with that type of game and the ability to use 2 independent controllers could do something very special.
At the end of the month, the team had successfully created 1 level of DEXED, a journey through a volcanic island. Once the game jam had ended and all the feedback had been gathered, the decision was made that DEXED showed enough promise that the team should work on it for an additional 2 months, to add new levels, to hone the mechanics and to refresh the art before releasing it to the public. One of the biggest considerations was how to create a beautiful world that could hit the performance targets required for a smooth VR experience.
By switching to the forward renderer from Oculus, we're able to increase the resolution by 40% and also enable MSAA. This means we get an image which is not only sharper detail but with smoother edges, which makes a huge difference in VR.
We came up with the art style for the original game jam idea, with the idea of making a large consistent level in a short amount of time, but still offering impressive visuals. With all the maps, we tried to get big vistas and impressive views to help immerse the player.
The project extension allowed us to focus on what was missing from the original game jam demo. As we focused on what was missing, we realised our ideas were taking more of an abstracted, dreamlike feel, which seemed to fit in perfectly with the idea of flying or drifting through the space.
With an additional 2 months of development time, the team polished the art style and created 4 new levels, taking the total to 5. Created with a very small team of 8 people over a period of 3 months, we're very proud to present to you today DEXED, Ninja Theory's first VR title.